Hello. So I know it's been about like 3 years since I last uploaded on this channel, and a lot has changed since then. I still have the RSX, but this video is not gonna be about it. This video is gonna be about my new car, my dream car that I had just purchased a couple days ago. So here she is. My brand new Honda Civic Type R 2023. And I know, kind of crazy that I'm just whipping this out, 3 years of being inactive. I mean, a lot has changed. I got a lot of things done. I'm just very, very happy. So I got the Type R because I needed a new daily. RSX was kind of down for a while. I ended up fixing it just recently. And I have an old Lexus that was my daily. But I saved up for a bit. I had enough money for a down payment. And I was looking at cars and I was like, you know what? Why don't I get a Type R? And the reason why is because when I went to go to Cali to visit my girlfriend, she has a Corolla Apex, which is a manual. And initially I didn't want to drive a manual as a daily, but after driving that for a bit, I was like, you know what? Maybe I do need a manual for a daily. And so that's what I did. That's what I got. Yeah, so got it, drove it. It's a dream. It really is a dream come true. I've loved the Type R ever since I figured out about the EK Type R, the EK9, when I was in like middle school. And since then, I've always wanted one. My cousin had an FK8. I drove it a couple times and I fell in love with it. I knew I had to have it. I knew I had to have a modern day Type R, And you don't know, it's hard to say if Honda will ever do this again, or if Honda will ever continue to make these Type Rs. So I wanted to hop on it as soon as I could. But yeah, I mean, she's a dream. I plan to own this car for a very long time. I'm gonna be dailying it to and from work. And it's a bit sad because driving this car, I kind of like don't want to drive the RSX, but the RSX has always been the dedicated track car, so I guess I shouldn't feel too bad. But regardless, yeah. A little continuation video from yesterday. I don't even know where I left off, but I don't have too many plans of modifying the Type R because I'm going to be dailying it to and from work 3 days out of the week, and it is quite the commute. It's around 30 miles an hour ish to and from. But let me get inside the interior, show you guys. So we're here in the interior. This is absolutely one of my favorite interiors. You have the suede, Alcantara, whatever you want to call it, Recaro seats, Recaro buckets. You see there the big bolstering on the side. Nice practicality in the rear, 2 extra seats, and of course it's a hatchback, so you gotta have that hatchback storage. Amazing 6-speed manual from Honda. This is one of the best OEM shifters I've ever felt. I honestly have no words. It shifts really smooth. The car is really friendly when you want to drive it. Even when I was first test driving it, I've driven my cousin's FK8 before, but that was years ago, so I didn't really remember. So when I test drove it, the clutch it feels like it's so weird to say, but it feels like it's one with you. Like there's no fighting with the clutch at all. You don't really have to rev it to keep the car from bogging or stalling. Like I literally just let my foot off smooth and the car agreed with me and let off with me. And under regular driving, I didn't really push it all too much, just because I'm a safe driver. Aside from the time that I had my mom in this car when we just bought it, but that's beside the point. This car is such a pleasant driving experience, and it's honestly everything I wanted for a daily. The fuel economy is good. The driving and suspension is nice and comfortable. I do have it in comfort mode most of the time. And sometimes I put it into individual, but I keep the suspension and steering on comfort. I've noticed that on plus R mode, it gets a bit too stiff and the car feels very bouncy, even on really like straight and refined roads. It's a bit too stiff for my taste. So some stuff that I do want to end up doing to this car is more for quality of life. I've seen and read things about the Integra Type S dampening module, which kind of fixes the stiffness of the suspension that people report. In terms of other additions, I don't want to void my warranty, so I'll probably lean away from doing anything with the ECU or the turbo, excuse me. But I do want to do small things. Keep the car OEM plus with an exhaust. I want to get a bunch of nice parts for this car just over time. But all the while, I am actually almost done with the RSX. The RSX is getting new coilovers very soon, probably within the next month or two. It's getting tuned this week as well because it currently has some fueling issues that I'm going to fix. And then I'm finally going to get it retuned with a different tuner because I didn't like how my first tune was. And this next tune hopefully will be much smoother for both the street and the track. As for this car, I do want to take this car on the track eventually. This is a Type R, that's what it was meant for, so I'll probably take it once or twice a year and maybe get footage of that. But the last time you guys saw me, I was still in school. I was not even working. I had a part-time job as a student technician, but now I work full-time and now I have a lot more time to myself. So expect to see more videos about the Type R, about the RSX, driving in general. I want to make sure that I document as much as I can about this car because I love this car and I love the RSX, and I want you guys to be along with me on that journey. So I want to highlight a bit more about the interior. I hate the iPhone camera because it keeps doing that stupid macro lens. This interior is very simple, very well done. Again, the Recaros are beautiful. Red carpets, red floor mats. Let's see if I can get some light under there. Look at that, Type R floor mats. Decent infotainment. CarPlay is a bit delayed, but that's expected with wireless CarPlay. I don't use the charging pad. I got the Polaroid of my girlfriend there because the charging pad's honestly useless. Again, beautiful. 6-speed manual. This interior itself is honestly just really well put together. Nice, large-ish steering wheel, full digital display. And something I really like about this car is how wide the viewing angle is. On my daily, there's just a huge pillar here that kind of obscures a lot of vision, but this is nice. Even the gap between this pillar and your two windows, you can still see everything. And I'm really glad. I really do hate the small rear view mirror, so I'll probably be getting a bigger one for that. But let's get out of the car. Yeah. Again, this is such a beautiful looking car. One of my favorite things about this car, and which I'm glad they changed, I'm glad they went down to 19s for the wheels, and they kept, they have really nice and wide tires. I don't like how they're low profile tires though. I feel like you're very prone to de-beating under unforeseen bumps in the road. Really cool rear wing from the factory. Oh shit. I was already looking at other options. I do like the spoon wing, but that is $4,000 that I do not have to spend. So this will do for now. But very cool that they still added a nice rear wing. And can't see it, but the classic Type R triple exhaust. But other than that, I really love the styling of the FL5. The FK wasn't my favorite. I think there was a lot that Honda did that didn't really need to do with the car, with all the venting and the really aggressive front end. So I kind of like how they mellowed it down, but kept, the wide wheelbases on the arch, the wheel arches. And, again, these are really aggressive wheels. These are 19 by 9.5, although they are plus 60, so they won't really poke out too much, as you can see. That can be remedied quite easily. Nice little hood opening for cooling. This car still does suffer from oil cooling issues that the FL5 did, but you know, I'm not pushing this car enough to where, you know, I'm gonna have to run into that. But overall, this car is beautiful. If you are someone who wants a daily driver, wants a manual as a daily driver, I would say look at the Type Rs. They're gorgeous cars. They feel great. They, you know, have enough power to get themselves out of the way to have some fun, but they can also mellow down, cruise in 6th gear, and you know, don't have a single problem to worry about. They are a bit expensive right now, but over, you know, the months they will come down. I did get this at MSRP. Well, I say MSRP, but it was used, had 900 miles on it. But I think I got a pretty good deal with all the warranties that I elected to get for it, because I will probably be keeping this car for the entirety of its life, because again, this is my dream car. I don't want to ever get rid of it unless I really have to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little reveal of my new car. And if we go outside, actually, I'm going to show you the RSX. And here is the RSX as she sits. Yeah, a lot of difference since the last time you guys seen it. You know, I've got 4-inch side skirts. I've got work and motion wheels. I've got a big wing on it. You know, relatively refreshed interior. If you follow me on Instagram at Mendoza Olives, then you will have seen that, you know, I've got a lot of changes done to the car. Yeah, but she's still, well, I mean, she was driving a little bit, but I will be making some changes as the time goes. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be making lots of Type R content, lots of RSX content, just for your guys' entertainment, for my documentation, and I just want to have fun with the cars that I own. See ya.